We're so excited to introduce to you a new military-grade technology for transporting data from point A to point B. Often, we want to connect to and exchange data between an endpoint or server inside a company's safe perimeter and a resource that is outside this perimeter. Typically, virtual private networks, or VPNs, are used to accomplish this task. Usually, these VPN connections are site-to-site or at best, machine-to-machine. But despite all the measures we deploy to secure these connections, there are known weaknesses in these systems that allow criminals to steal data and use them fraudulently, causing damage to the image of the company storing the data, as well as damage to the owners of the stolen data. So why is this happening? It happens because there are known weaknesses, such as the theft of access credentials, which are then used by third parties, malicious code injection, VPN vulnerabilities, attacks via RDP, and attacks on the weakest point of the digital chain. The complexity of company networks, combined with outdated protection techniques exploitable by criminals, creates a serious issue. An issue so serious that statistics tell us that on average, it takes 277 days to identify a breach within systems. Imagine the kind of damage that can be done in 277 days. Now imagine a world in which we can keep all inbound ports on our servers and resources completely sealed, yet still communicate. Imagine raising the degree of protection by avoiding site-to-site or machine-to-machine connections and using process-to-process encrypted connections instead. When a microservice needs to talk to another microservice, it opens an encrypted channel. When one endpoint needs to access a database, it opens another encrypted channel. And when I finish using any of these resources, the channels close immediately. Imagine 3 layers of encryption, one encapsulated within the other. Even if a hacker managed to penetrate one, there would be a second and then a third, all using different algorithms. It would be impossible to decrypt them all in time because the encryption keys are frequently rotated. Using a process-to-process encrypted channel prevents you from having a weak point in the digital transport chain because that chain no longer exists. This new methodology, which has already obtained 4 patents, drastically improves security. On the enterprise side, it reduces the risk of attack, raises the level of compliance, increases resilience, and costs much less than VPNs. On the IT administrator side, it simplifies management and increases control. And on the user side, we see an increase in privacy protection, greater remote access security, especially when working from home, and an improvement in the user experience. When moving data from point A to point B, these groundbreaking features together raise the security of data transmission protection to military grade. It's time to retire VPNs, which are obsolete, exposed, and expensive. Switch to Xiid to get the most by spending less.